This video is my pretty little baby. Caress her and get your share of enjoyment as if it were a movie. Now the movie unfolds. Title: Racing Hearts. Setting: Silverbrook, Vermont. Theme: a car racer falls in love with a girl who hates racing. Silverbrook is a picturesque village town in the heart of Vermont. Tyler Maddox was a name everyone in Silverbrook knew. At just 30, he had already made his mark as a local legend in the semi-professional racing circuits. Raised by his mechanic father in a small garage on Main Street, Tyler's life had always revolved around engines, gears, and burning rubber on the old tracks that snaked around the valley. One bright Saturday morning, as the town prepared for its annual Silverbrook Auto Show, Tyler pulled up in his gleaming blue Mustang, the engine rumbling like a sleeping lion. He stepped out, waving to the kids who idolized him. But it wasn't the cheering crowd that caught his eye. It was Sophie Langdon, standing by a food stall, arms folded, clearly unimpressed. Sophie had moved to Silverbrook just 6 months earlier. A talented artist and passionate environmentalist, she had come from Portland to help her aunt run the town's art gallery. With deep chestnut hair and intelligent eyes, Sophie had a presence that made people pause. But she harbored a deep resentment for the world of racing. Her older brother, Danny, had died in a racing accident 5 years ago. Since then, Sophie couldn't even hear the roar of an engine without flinching. Tyler approached her, ever the charmer. "Hey," he said, offering his warmest smile. "Not a fan of the show. Not a fan of things that glorify danger and pollution," she replied coolly, tossing her hair over her shoulder. That would have turned most guys away. But not Tyler. Over the next few weeks, fate, or perhaps Tyler's persistence, kept bringing them together. Whether it was at the local coffee shop or a town cleanup drive Sophie had organized, Tyler always found a reason to talk. Slowly, Sophie started to see a different side of him. He wasn't just a speed-hungry show-off. He was kind to his younger sister, helped his dad at the garage, and volunteered at the local youth center. Their conversations grew longer, softer. One evening, after a town bonfire, Tyler walked her home under a sky filled with stars. "I know you hate what I do," he said gently. "But I hope you don't hate who I am." Sophie looked at him, conflicted. "It's not that simple, Tyler. Racing took my brother from me. He was just 21. Tyler didn't argue. He just nodded and said, "I'm sorry." It was the first time Sophie felt her heart waver. A few weeks later, on a warm spring afternoon, Sophie stopped by Tyler's garage. He was under the hood, oil-streaked and focused. "Can I show you something?" she asked. Surprised but happy, he wiped his hands and followed her. She led him to the gallery and unveiled a large painting. It was a vibrant mix of color and emotion, a racetrack seen from above, but interwoven with forest, rivers, and the hint of a face in the clouds. "It's about balance," she explained. "Speed and stillness, passion and pain. My brother and you." Tyler was speechless. "This is beautiful." Sophie gave a soft smile. "It's also a peace offering. I'm trying." He took her hand. "So am I." They started dating soon after. Tyler slowed down his race schedule, and Sophie made an effort to understand his world, though she never attended a single race. But peace was fragile. Tyler's big break came when a regional team invited him to compete in the Desert Blaze Rally, a grueling, dangerous event that offered national exposure. It was his dream come true. When he told Sophie, her face fell. "That's the same race Danny died in, Tyler." "I know," he said softly. "But this is what I've worked for my whole life. And what if you don't come back?" "I'm not reckless, Sophie. I've learned from every crash, every mistake. I promise I'll be safe." Her eyes filled with tears. "I don't know if I can go through that fear again," they argued. The words grew sharper. Tyler said things he regretted. Sophie shut down. That night, they parted without even saying goodbye. The next week was torture. Sophie couldn't sleep. She kept imagining the worst. Tyler's car flipped over in the desert, flames and dust, silence on the radio. Tyler, meanwhile, prepared for the race, heart heavy. His crew noticed he was quieter, more withdrawn. But he pushed through. Race day arrived. Sophie sat by her window, a coffee untouched. Her aunt gently placed a hand on her shoulder. "If you love someone, you have to believe in them, not just protect them." That hit her hard. She grabbed her coat, jumped in her Jeep, and drove 3 hours through the winding roads to the rally site. Tyler was on lap 3 when he saw the familiar figure near the checkpoint. Sophie, wearing his team's jacket, holding a small handmade sign, "Drive smart. Come back to me." His heart surged. He smiled behind the helmet and drove with focus, not to win, but to return to her. Tyler didn't win the rally. He came in third. But he won something far greater. Sophie ran to him after the race. They embraced tightly. "You came," he whispered. "I came," she said through tears. "Because I love you, even if I'm scared." He kissed her forehead. "I'll never ask you to stop being afraid. I just want you beside me." A year later, Tyler shifted gears. He opened EcoSpeed Garage, a workshop focused on hybrid and electric performance cars, blending his love for racing with Sophie's environmental values. Sophie painted a mural on the wall of a racetrack that curved into a peaceful forest. They still argued sometimes about speed, safety, and the future. But they always came back to the road they built together, full of heart, compromise, and trust. And as the townsfolk of Silverbrook would often say, it was a match made not in heaven, but on the track. Did you like my pretty little baby? Was the video entertaining like a movie? Then please share, like, and comment on the video. Also subscribe to my channel now. Thanks a lot. Bye till I come with the next video, baby.